This is my good friend and tattoo artist, Taylor Heald, owner of Crucible Art Collective in Buffalo, New York. I've been going to Taylor for tattoos for a long time, over 10 years. And in that time, we've become good friends, bonding over our mutual love of art, nerd culture, and, of course, Pokemon. Funny enough, Taylor and I also have similar origin stories. He went to school to become an art teacher and thought of tattooing as something to do on the side to help fund his education. When I first started making YouTube videos, I was using the money that I was making to fund a master's degree in special education. However, both of us decided to pursue our creative passions and forge our own paths in life. Now I make a living creating Pokemon TCG content, and Taylor owns his own art gallery and tattoo shop. Taylor's ambition as both an artist and entrepreneur has been a huge inspiration in my life. Watching him buck the status quo to become his own boss really made me more confident when it was time for me to do the same. As I show off Taylor's work today, you'll notice that each tattoo is an original piece of art. Taylor doesn't just take other artists' work and copy it onto the body, he interprets Pokemon through his own artistic lens, which I think makes the work really unique and special. You'll also get to see just how much Taylor's skills have improved over the course of the last 10 years, from my first tattoos of the legendary bird trio to my epic Magikarp and Gyarados back piece. Let's take a look. March 2013, I got my first tattoo from Taylor. I had originally planned on getting a Zapdos, and when I showed up, Taylor had a nice little drawing of Zapdos ready for me. But after talking with Taylor, I had decided that I really wanted something that could be turned into a giant half sleeve, and the little drawing he had of Zapdos wasn't really going to jive well with the other two birds being incorporated. So after some chatting, he decided to just freehand an Articuno onto my bicep. And what that means is he just took some Sharpies and drew the Articuno directly onto my arm and then tattooed over it. And I absolutely fell in love with the result. While he was tattooing it, I remember he asked me if he could put a dark shadow underneath its eye to make it seem kind of like Evil or Team Rockets. And oh yeah, I absolutely love that little added detail. Thrilled with how my first major tattoo turned out, I returned to Taylor within just a couple of months to get both Zapdos and Moltres added to my arm. I decided to go with the legendary birds because they're my favorite legendaries, and I'm a major Gen 1er. I have super fond memories of finding them in red version and catching them. I also remember opening booster packs of Fire Red and Leaf Green when I was in high school with my buddy Alex. We would ride our bikes up to 7-Eleven and open booster packs right outside the 7-Eleven. And if we didn't pull anything, we would go back in and spend every penny we had trying to pull our favorite cards. And during that time, I opened Zapdos EX, Moltres EX, and Articuno EX. I actually still have them graded and everything. And they're some of my favorite cards in my Pokemon TCG collection. It was those experiences that really sparked my interest and love for the Pokemon TCG again, especially as I was going away to college. The next tattoo I got from Taylor is one that I tend to forget about. It's a small little Pumpkaboo on my ankle. I got it on a whim at a tattoo convention in 2014, and at the time I just thought that Pumpkaboo was a really cool Pokemon, so I figured, why not? But it's kind of cool because I would actually go on to finish 9th place at the 2015 World Championships with Pumpkaboo playing a major role in my Night March deck. And I actually made a promise to all of my friends that if I finished in the top 32 of that event, that I would get a Joltik tattooed onto my butt. Now, I didn't actually ever follow through with that, even though I did finish in the top 16 of the event. So maybe one day I will have to go and finish getting the remainder of the Night Marchers tattooed onto my body somewhere. Fast forward to the summer of 2017, and I decided to commission Taylor to do a gigantic adult Misty pinup on my forearm, complete with tattoos and everything. Because Misty was my favorite gym leader growing up. I absolutely loved water-type Pokemon. Squirtle was always my starter of choice in red version, and I had a Misty Seadra from Gym Heroes and Misty's Golduck from Gym Challenge in Japanese that I really loved as a part of my childhood Pokemon TCG collection. Now, you know what? In hindsight, maybe this tattoo wasn't the smartest idea that I ever had. I don't really feel like it represents who I am as a person because it's not really my thing, but I thought it would be silly and fun and ironic. And you know what? Sometimes silly and fun and ironic isn't always the best thing to have a gigantic tattoo of on your forearm. But you know what? It's there now, and it does kind of go hard. So it is what it is. It was about at this point in 2018 that I feel like Taylor's work really broke through to another level. He'd always been a talented artist, but I mean, look at this Ho-Oh. The detail in this thing is insane. I remember being super impressed by the birds that Taylor had been tattooing, and I was like, you know, I think I want another one. So why don't we do a Ho-Oh, but on my right bicep, right above Misty's head, you know? That'll make sense, right? Shortly after getting Ho-Oh done, I decided I needed to cap off my right arm with a shoulder piece, so I pitched this idea of Haunter drinking a Slurpee to Taylor, and he loved the concept, and it turned out phenomenal. I think this is my favorite tattoo up until this point. It is just really colorful. It really pops. It's so much fun. I got the tattoo of the Slurpee because I spent a lot of time loitering outside 7-Eleven, skateboarding, and buying packs of Pokemon cards as a kid. So these were formative years, okay? And now I've got a tattoo to remember them. Taylor had always talked about wanting to do a massive Gyarados back piece with a Magikarp evolving up into this gnarly Gyarados. And over the years, as Taylor talked about this idea for a tattoo, I realized that I would be super jealous if that tattoo ended up on anybody except for me. So, in the fall of 2019, Taylor and I got to work on the Magikarp and Gyarados back piece. This tattoo means a lot to me. It's the culmination of years of Taylor's hard work and development as an artist, and also a physical manifestation of our friendship that has grown over those years as well. We also started working on this tattoo when I was at a point in my life where I really felt like I was coming into my own as a content creator and creative person. So in some ways, I felt like the Magikarp evolving up into the Gyarados. After 6 long sessions and nearly a year and a half of work, the Magikarp and Gyarados back piece was finally complete. I am so proud to wear this awesome piece of artwork every day, and I'm so blessed by the hard work and dedication that Taylor has poured into his craft. And that is the story of my Pokemon tattoos. Thank you so much for watching the video, and huge thank you to Taylor for all of this awesome work that you've done over the years. Make sure to check out Taylor's website and socials in the description below. Again, he's located at the Crucible Art Collective in Buffalo, New York, and I highly recommend giving his shop a visit if you get the opportunity one day. Y'all take it easy and have a good one. See ya.